Hi, Kai Jacobson here. Welcome to the next edition of Try Good Water. This week we're going to be discussing about building your Ionways business the traditional way. We have lots of great innovative ways that we can build our business because of the nature of our product, that we have such an incredible piece of technology and a machine that actually, is very different than supplements and things that are out there. It's a really concrete machine, and you can actually sell water as well as sell the machine and build a business more to business. But I just don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, because we are a network marketing company, and there are some traditional ways to build network marketing that work fabulously. There have been more millionaires made in network marketing by just building the most traditional way in network marketing than any other business that I know of. It's pretty phenomenal across the board in all the different companies. And it's really about telling your friends and people that you care about, your friends and family. I know that sounds like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do that, but it's an incredible way to build your business. What I recommend, we call it the goose that laid the golden egg, is that everybody make your list. You can absolutely make a list of people you really care about and know. And we use memory joggers to do that. I have a whole PowerPoint, by the way, on Try Good Water that really goes through this. So try to go over to trygoodwater.com, and under the business training tools, there's a whole PowerPoint about how to build with warm market. But the first thing you want to do is make a list. And you want to put across the top of your paper A through Z, the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then you put your finger on the A and you say, who do I know that's a woman that starts with the name A? Her name starts with the letter A, like Anne or Alice. And you write down, use that as a memory trigger. You write down their names. And you go through the whole list all the way to Z. Then you go through it with men. Who do I know that's a man that starts with the name A? Alan, Albert, and you just start writing names down. Then you do the whole list a third time for last names. Whose name do I know that starts with the last name starts with the name A? Maybe Anderson, not Erickson, but Anderson, or anyway, you follow that, and you get a whole bunch more names. And then you go to the phone book and you open it up and you go to the different categories and the different, headings like tax account and haircuts, all different types of categories. That's going to trigger another 20 or 30 names. Oh, I didn't think of my dentist, and it will trigger names. And never edit anything. You want to just make a complete list, because you want to call every single one. And never edit, because you don't know who they'll lead you to. Maybe it's a 95-year-old grandmother of yours, and but her grandson on another side of the family, totally just came back from medical school and totally goes crazy with this. So you just never know who someone might lead you to. Don't edit anyone out because of who they are, because you're always going to ask, do they know anybody who might be interested in this? And you want to call every single one up. And you call all these names up, and I always like to put a B or P by their name. B means lead with a business, P means lead with a product. So I use my own creativity, looking at my list like, oh, this person would respond best to the product. Oh, this person would respond best to the business. Now the product question is, have you heard about alkaline water and what it can do for your body, about this incredible water? And that's the question. Business, I always like to say, are you in a place where you could use some extra money? The key word being extra. Are you in a place where you could use some extra money? Most people can. So if I lead with a business, I'll call up, let's say Bob. I'll say, hey Bob, this is Kai here. Hey, listen, I know we haven't talked for 10 years. Let's say you haven't even talked for a long time. Let's catch up at another time. That's a very honest thing, instead of trying to catch up and make a long conversation and kind of being false and fake, because what you're really doing is calling him up about this opportunity. I like to call it honest permission marketing. So I call up Bob and I'll say, hey Bob, this is Kai. Is this a good time to talk for a couple minutes? And that's my first, permission. Yeah, we can talk for a couple minutes. I go, hey, listen, I know it's been a while since we've talked, but the reason I'm calling you is I came across something. I like to leave it very vague. I came across something that I'm really excited about. Are you in a place where you could use some extra money? And they say yes or no. And if they say no, I'm just so busy, I don't have time for anything, or no, then you're done. You say, hey, thanks a lot, Bob. Do you know of anybody who might be in a place? Because I'm looking for some business partners. Ask for a quick referral. If they say yes, you go a little farther. With the product, you say, hey, Bob, have you heard about alkaline water? I've come across this water that's incredible. It's changing my life. I love it. And if they say no, then you can, you can go into discussing it a little bit. If they say yes, you can have a discussion too. So that's basically it. That's the first question. Then what I like to do is direct everybody to your website at ionways.com/your username and have them watch the little video. There's a link on the left-hand corner at the bottom. Watch the 10-minute video. Hey, do you have 10 minutes to watch a short video about this? This is whether you're leading with a business or the product. I want to show you what the product is. Watch this 10-minute video. And I'll get back. Can I call you back in an hour? Or if they say, no, I'm not going to get a chance to see it in an hour, how about later tonight? And set an appointment. That's the key. Set an appointment, either that night later or the following night or whenever they say they're available. Make sure you call back right at that time to show that you're really serious about the business. You're done with a phone call. It's a very short phone call. And then when you call up, you say, hey, Bob, Kai here. Did you get a chance to watch that video? No, I didn't get a chance to watch it. Hey, do you think you could watch it, in the next hour, and I'll call you back, and then we could talk about it a little bit? Nah, I can't see it till tomorrow. Great. And then you set another appointment, and you try to follow up exactly at the time that they say they're going to watch it. Set another appointment to follow up with. If they haven't watched it the second time that you've made an offering, then I call it leave the window open, but close the door. And leaving the window open means, hey, I understand life gets pretty busy. Hey, when you get a chance to watch it, here's my phone number. Why don't you give me a call and then we can talk about it if you'd like to talk about some stuff. Okay, great. And you make sure they repeat your phone number back to you so that they wrote it down. Hey, why don't you read that back to me, make sure you got it right. And then you're done. You don't call them again. You don't keep bugging them. That's it. You give them 2 tries. If they've watched it, then you go to our other set of questions, which are, hey, Bob, what did you like best about what you saw? So you're asking them a positive question. They'll tell you, I love the idea of the health benefits, or boy, this looks like a great business, or whatever they say they like. Then you just agree with it. So you don't have to be an expert. You just say, hey, isn't it amazing this water, what it can do for your health? You just agree with them, whatever they say. And then you ask what we call the $1 million question. You say, hey, listen, Bob, I know you've only seen a 10-minute video, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your level of interest? That's it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your level of interest? Not how would you rate yourself, or do you want to buy one, or do you want to do this as a business? How would you rate your level of interest? If they say 7 or better, we know we've got a good fit. If they say 6 or lower, we know it just doesn't fit. It's bad timing, or the product doesn't capture them, or they just don't have time to do anything with this, or they're not that interested. We can again leave the window open. I like to send them to watch a colon video. On Try Good Water, you can send them to Try Good Water, watch the colon video, because that might really trigger some more interest. And here's my phone number. Call me if you have any questions. That's leaving the window open to say, hey, well, maybe you might want to see this other video about what it can really do for your health in colon. Go to trygoodwater.com, click on the colon video. It's under the video section, and click on the colon video, watch it. Here's my phone number. You don't follow up with these people. You just let them call you back. That's leaving the window open. If there's 7 or better, then what you say is, hey, let me get you on with one of my business partners. And then you want to be making sure you have a list of your upline key people, 4 or 5 names and phone numbers, and call them right away and say, hey, listen, I've got Bob on the line. I'd like to introduce you to my business partner who really can answer some of your questions. Because when there is 7 level of interest, we find that most of them get involved in what we're doing, either getting a product or wanting to be involved in the business, then or eventually. So now your job is to just introduce them to your team, and do that through the 3-way calling. And 3-way is the magic of building your business. So your job is to start sorting. And if you can put a list together of 200 people, some people can do 2,000, we find out about every 100 people that you put on your list, about 4 are going to get involved. So if you've got 200 people, 8 are going to get involved. And then guess what? As those 8 get involved, you teach them to do the same thing. They make their list, and then all of a sudden, they've got 8 people that can get involved. So if you've got 8 people who get 8 involved, you see how the mathematics starts to get geometric, because then they get eventually their people involved, and then you can grow to an infinite group of people based on warm market connections. It's an incredible way to build your business. Okay, see you next week.